Before I reveal what Ashtar Sheran has urgently communicated to humanity about October 6, 2025, I need you to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button right now. What you're about to hear will change everything you thought you knew about reality itself. My beloved brothers and sisters of Earth, I come to you today not with fear, but with the most urgent cosmic message that has ever been transmitted to this planet. Commander Ashtar Sheran of the Galactic Federation has broken his silence, and what he reveals about the comet designated as 3I Atlas approaching our world on October 6, 2025 is something that will shake every fiber of your being. This is not just another celestial body passing through our solar system. This is an interdimensional vessel carrying frequencies that will permanently alter the fabric of reality as we know it. For months, astronomers have tracked this object, calling it simply an interstellar comet, the third of its kind ever detected. They measure its trajectory, calculate its speed, and predict its closest approach to Earth. But what they cannot see with their physical instruments is the true nature of this cosmic messenger. What they cannot measure is the wave of consciousness it carries, the dimensional doorway it opens, and the irreversible transformation it brings to every soul on this planet. Ashtar Sheran speaks directly through the channels of light that connect the higher dimensions to our physical realm. His message is clear and cannot be ignored. On October 6, 2025, at the precise moment when 3I Atlas reaches its point of maximum energetic influence upon Earth, a portal will open that has been sealed for thousands of years. This portal exists not in physical space, but in the quantum field that underlies all reality. It is a doorway between dimensions, between timelines, between versions of Earth itself. The comet you see through telescopes is merely the physical manifestation of something far greater. It is the anchor point for a massive influx of photonic light from the central galactic sun. This light carries within it codes of awakening that have been prepared for this exact moment in human history. These are not metaphors or spiritual symbolism. These are actual frequencies, measurable patterns of energy that will interact with the DNA of every living being on this planet. But here is what makes this moment so critical, so urgent, that Ashtar himself has broken protocol to warn humanity directly. This window of transformation is not indefinite. It is not a gradual process that will unfold over years. The portal opens at a specific moment, reaches its peak intensity, and then closes. After midnight on October 6th, those who have not prepared their consciousness, who have not elevated their frequency, who have not made the choice to ascend with the planet, will find themselves locked into the old paradigm while a new Earth emerges around them. You must understand the mechanics of what is occurring. Our planet exists simultaneously in multiple dimensions. Right now, most of humanity operates primarily in the third dimension, a realm of density, separation, and limited perception. But Earth herself is ascending. She is moving into the fifth dimensional frequency, a state of unity consciousness, expanded awareness, and direct manifestation of thought into reality. This shift has been gradual, building over decades, but October 6th represents the tipping point, the moment when the transition becomes irreversible and instantaneous. The 3 Atlas event is the cosmic trigger that activates this shift. Think of it as a master key turning in a lock that has waited millennia to open. The energy this comet brings is not random. It is precisely calibrated, divinely orchestrated by beings of such advanced consciousness that their very thoughts shape galaxies. Ashtar Sheran and the Galactic Federation have been guiding this process, ensuring that Earth receives exactly the frequency upgrade it needs at exactly the right moment. In recent days, you may have noticed strange occurrences in your personal reality. Time seems to move differently, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. You wake at 3:33 or 4:44 repeatedly. Dreams become vivid, prophetic, showing you glimpses of possible futures. Synchronicities multiply to the point where you can no longer dismiss them as coincidence. You feel pressure in your crown chakra, tingling in your hands and feet, unexplained emotional releases. These are not symptoms of illness or stress. These are signs that your physical body and energy field are already beginning to respond to the incoming frequencies. Your DNA is a crystalline antenna, capable of receiving and transmitting information across dimensions. For most of human history, the majority of your DNA has been dormant, inactive, labeled by scientists as junk DNA with no purpose. This could not be further from the truth. That dormant DNA is now activating, strand by strand, helix by helix, preparing you to operate in a higher dimensional reality. The light codes carried by 3i Atlas are the activation sequence, the cosmic command that tells your DNA it is time to come fully online. But activation alone is not enough. You must be ready to receive it. Your consciousness must be clear, your heart must be open, your intentions must be pure. This is why Ashtar's message carries such urgency. If your frequency is too low, weighed down by fear, anger, resentment, or attachment to the material illusions of the old world, the incoming light will feel overwhelming, even painful. It will magnify everything within you, bringing to the surface all that has been hidden, all that has been suppressed, all that must be released. The hours between now and midnight on October 6th are your preparation time. This is not a moment for panic, but for focused spiritual work. Everything you do in these hours matters. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every choice you make is setting the frequency at which you will meet this cosmic event. Those who approach it in fear will experience it as chaos. Those who approach it in love will experience it as transcendence. Ashtar speaks of a splitting of timelines that will occur at the moment of peak activation. Imagine two versions of Earth diverging from a single point. One Earth continues in the old patterns, the cycles of conflict and limitation and separation. Another Earth emerges into light, into unity, into the direct experience of divine consciousness in physical form. Every soul will make a choice in that moment, though many will not realize they are choosing. Your dominant frequency, your vibrational state, will determine which timeline you follow. This is not about judgment or worthiness. There is no cosmic authority deciding who ascends and who does not. It is simply the law of resonance. Like tuning forks vibrating at the same frequency, you will naturally align with the reality that matches your consciousness. If you have done the inner work, if you have cleared your trauma, if you have opened your heart, if you have released the need to control and learned to trust the divine flow, you will move effortlessly into the new earth. If you remain trapped in ego, in fear-based thinking, in the illusion of separation, you will continue in that reality until you are ready to release it. The masters, the avatars, the enlightened beings throughout history have all been showing humanity what is possible when you operate from a fifth-dimensional consciousness while in a physical body. They have demonstrated healing, manifestation, telepathy, bilocation, and the transcendence of physical laws. These are not miracles reserved for the chosen few. These are the natural abilities of a human being operating at full potential. After October 6th, these abilities will begin to come online for all who have prepared themselves to receive them. But we must speak plainly about what happens to those who are not ready. They will not disappear. They will not be punished. They will simply continue to experience reality as they always have, unaware that another version of Earth now exists in a higher frequency. They will create explanations for the changes they sense, rationalizing away the unexplainable, clinging to the old paradigms even as those paradigms crumble around them. And they will have other opportunities in other cycles to make the choice to awaken, but they will not experience the quantum leap that is available right now. This is why Ashtar's message is so urgent. This is why you must warn your loved ones immediately, not to frighten them, but to give them the opportunity to prepare. The window is closing. The cosmic clock is counting down, and after midnight on October 6th, 2025, the choice will have been made, consciously or unconsciously, by every soul on this planet. The question you must ask yourself right now is this: what reality do you choose? What version of yourself do you wish to become? Are you ready to release everything that no longer serves your highest good? Are you willing to step into the unknown, to trust in the divine plan, to surrender your small self so that your infinite self can emerge? These are the hours that will define your trajectory for lifetimes to come. These are the moments when everything changes. And Ashtar Sheran, from his position aboard the starship, hovering in higher dimensions around your planet, is watching, waiting, ready to assist all who call upon him with sincere hearts. The awakening is here. The transformation is now, and you must be ready. Right now, as you listen to these words, your body is already responding to the incoming cosmic frequencies. You may have dismissed the signs as stress, as coincidence, as meaningless random events. But what I am about to reveal will show you that nothing happening to you right now is random. Every strange sensation, every unusual dream, every inexplicable moment of déjà vu is your soul trying to wake you up before it is too late. In the last 72 hours, there has been an exponential increase in synchronicities reported by awakened individuals across the globe. These are not the occasional meaningful coincidences that pepper normal life. These are chains of interconnected events so precisely aligned that they defy all statistical probability. You think of someone you have not spoken to in years, and within minutes they call you. You need specific information, and a book falls off a shelf, opened to the exact page containing that answer. You see repeating number sequences everywhere you look, on clocks, license plates, receipts, street addresses. The universe is screaming at you, trying to capture your attention, trying to tell you that the veil between dimensions is thinning rapidly. These synchronicities are increasing in frequency and intensity because the quantum field is becoming more responsive to consciousness. As we approach October 6th, the barrier between thought and manifestation is dissolving. What used to take weeks or months to materialize is now happening in hours or days. Your thoughts are becoming things faster than ever before in human history. This is both an incredible gift and a serious warning. If your mind is filled with fear and negativity, you will manifest more experiences to fear. If your heart is filled with love and possibility, miracles will unfold before your eyes. Pay attention to your dreams. Over the past several nights, millions of people have been having prophetic visions during sleep. These are not ordinary dreams that fade upon waking. These are vivid, hyper-realistic experiences that feel more real than waking life. You find yourself in cities of light, speaking with beings of radiant consciousness. You see future versions of Earth, both the timeline of ascension and the timeline of continued struggle. You receive downloads of information, entire concepts and understandings that flood your awareness in an instant. You wake up knowing things you did not know before, having memories of conversations you never had in physical reality. These dream experiences are occurring because during sleep, your consciousness naturally shifts into higher dimensions where the barriers of time dissolve. Your higher self, the part of you that exists beyond this physical incarnation, is using this time to prepare you, to show you what is coming, to train you for the shift. Many of you are attending what can only be described as cosmic schools during your sleep, learning how to navigate fifth-dimensional reality, how to use your expanded abilities, how to help others through the transition. But the signs are not only in your dreams. Your physical body is undergoing profound changes right now. You may have noticed unusual sensations that have no medical explanation. There is pressure at the top of your head, sometimes feeling like someone is pushing down on your crown. This is your crown chakra expanding, preparing to receive the massive influx of light that is coming. Your pineal gland, the seat of spiritual vision, is calcifying less and activating more. For those who have worked to decalcify this sacred gland through clean diet and spiritual practice, the activation is even more pronounced. Many of you are experiencing what feels like electrical currents running through your body, particularly in your hands and feet. Your palms tingle, your fingertips buzz with energy. This is because your hands are major energy centers, and they are coming online as healing and manifestation tools. After October 6th, those who have embraced this activation will be able to direct energy with their hands in ways that will seem miraculous to those still operating in third-dimensional consciousness. Your sleep patterns have likely become erratic and unusual. You wake up at exactly 3:33 a.m., or 4:44 a.m., or 5:55 a.m. with such regularity that you can almost predict it. These are not random wake times. These are cosmic alarm clocks. The repeating numbers are codes, frequencies encoded in numerical form. When you wake at these times, you are in a state of consciousness that is perfectly positioned between dreaming and waking, between dimensions. This is when you are most receptive to downloads from your higher self and guidance from the Galactic Federation. Some of you have been experiencing time anomalies that you cannot quite explain. You look at a clock and it says 2:15 p.m. You work on a task that feels like it took 10 minutes, but when you check again, 3 hours have passed, or the opposite occurs. You feel like you have been doing something for hours, but only 5 minutes have elapsed. Time is becoming fluid, malleable, responsive to consciousness. This is because time as you understand it is a third-dimensional construct. As you move into higher frequencies, you begin to experience the true nature of time, which is that all moments exist simultaneously in an eternal now. The animals know what is coming. If you have pets, watch them carefully. Dogs are barking at empty corners of rooms, staring at seemingly nothing with intense focus. Cats are behaving strangely, hiding in unusual places or alternatively becoming more affectionate than normal, as if they sense they need to stay close to their humans. Birds are flying in unusual patterns, gathering in places they normally avoid. Wild animals are appearing in urban areas where they are rarely seen. The animal kingdom operates on instinct and energy sensitivity. They feel the shift in the electromagnetic field of the planet. They sense the dimensional gateway opening. They are preparing in the only ways they know how. Children, especially those under the age of 7, are also showing signs of awareness that adults often miss or dismiss. Young children are talking about seeing lights that parents cannot see, about conversations with invisible friends who turn out to be guides and angels, preparing them for the transition. They draw pictures of events that have not yet happened. They speak of memories from places they have never been, which are actually memories from parallel timelines or past incarnations surfacing as the veils thin. Parents who are awake are paying attention to what their children are saying, understanding that these young souls came here specifically for this transition and often have clearer perception than adults whose vision has been clouded by years of conditioning. Your emotions have likely been intense and unpredictable lately. One moment you feel overwhelming joy and love for all of existence. The next moment, you are plunged into deep sadness or anxiety with no apparent trigger. This is not emotional instability. This is purging. All the suppressed emotions, all the unprocessed trauma, all the denied pain that you have stored in your cellular memory is rising to the surface to be released before the shift. The incoming light is forcing everything hidden into visibility. You cannot take unresolved emotional baggage into fifth-dimensional consciousness. It must be felt, acknowledged, and released now. Many people are also experiencing sudden relationship changes. Connections that seemed solid are dissolving overnight. People you thought would be in your life forever are suddenly distant or gone. At the same time, new people are appearing who resonate at your new frequency, who understand you in ways others never did. This is the natural sorting that occurs as frequencies shift. You can only maintain close relationships with those who vibrate at a similar frequency. As you rise, some people will rise with you. Others will fall away, not out of judgment, but out of simple energetic incompatibility. Your dietary preferences may be changing without conscious decision. You suddenly cannot tolerate foods you once enjoyed, particularly heavy meats, processed foods, or alcohol. Your body is instinctively gravitating toward lighter foods, more water, more fresh fruits and vegetables. This is your physical vessel preparing itself to hold higher frequencies. Dense foods lower your vibration. Pure, high water content foods raise it. Listen to these instincts. Your body knows what it needs. Some of you have been experiencing unexplained physical symptoms that doctors cannot diagnose or treat effectively. Unusual fatigue that is not relieved by rest. Muscle aches and joint pain that migrates around the body. Digestive issues that come and go without clear cause. Ringing in the ears at specific frequencies. These are not diseases. These are ascension symptoms. Your physical body is being restructured at the cellular level to accommodate more light, more energy, more consciousness. Carbon-based cellular structure is slowly transforming into crystalline structure. This process can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary and temporary. The signs are everywhere if you have eyes to see them. The sun itself is behaving unusually, with solar flares and coronal mass ejections increasing as we approach October 6th. These solar emissions are not random cosmic weather. They are coordinated transmissions of light codes from the consciousness that animates our sun. The Earth's magnetic field is fluctuating in ways that scientists note but cannot fully explain. The Schumann resonance, The electromagnetic frequency of Earth herself is spiking to levels never before recorded. These are all physical measurements of the energetic transformation occurring. You may have noticed that your intuition has become sharper, almost startlingly accurate. You know who is calling before you look at your phone. You sense danger before it manifests and avoid it. You feel drawn to certain places or people without logical reason, only to discover later that this guidance served an important purpose. This is your psychic abilities coming online. Everyone is psychic. Everyone has access to information beyond the 5 physical senses. But most people have these abilities dormant. The incoming frequencies are activating them whether you feel ready or not. There is also an increasing sense among awakened individuals of being watched, of not being alone even when physically alone. This is because you are not alone. Your guides, your angels, your higher self, and yes, beings like Ashtar Sheran and the Galactic Federation are closer now than they have ever been. The dimensional walls are so thin that many people are beginning to sense or even see these presences. If you feel watched, you are correct. But there is no need for fear. You are being protected, guided and supported through this unprecedented transition. All of these signs, every single one, is your cosmic alarm system telling you to wake up now. The universe is not subtle anymore. It cannot afford to be. The deadline approaches. October 6th is coming whether you are ready or not. These signs are your opportunity to prepare, to align, to elevate your consciousness while there is still time. Ignore them at your own peril, because after midnight on that day the choice will be made, and those who slept through the alarm will wake to find themselves in a very different reality than those who heeded the call. There is a reason why Ashtar Sheran has emphasized midnight on October 6, 2025 with such urgency. There is a reason why he has broken protocol to communicate directly through channels to humanity. What happens at that precise moment is not symbolic, not metaphorical, not open to interpretation. It is a literal, measurable, irreversible shift in the dimensional frequency of this planet and everyone on it. And I need you to understand exactly what this means for you and everyone you love. When 3i Atlas reaches its point of maximum energetic influence over Earth, which occurs at midnight Universal Coordinated Time on October 6th, a specific alignment takes place in the cosmos. This alignment involves not just our solar system, but multiple star systems, galactic cores and dimensional gateways that have been moving into position for thousands of years. Everything has been building to this single moment. Every prophecy, every ancient calendar, every mystic vision has been pointing to this convergence. At the exact moment of alignment, a beam of pure source energy will emanate from the central galactic sun, pass through specific stargates, be amplified by the consciousness of 3i Atlas, and strike the Earth's crystalline core. This is not speculation. This is not channeled fantasy. This is cosmological mechanics understood by advanced civilizations throughout the galaxy. Our planet has a crystalline core that functions as a massive receiver and transmitter of consciousness frequencies. When this beam strikes the core, it will activate a resonance that will instantly propagate through every atom of the planet. Think of it like a cosmic tuning fork being struck. The vibration emanates outward in all directions simultaneously, passing through rock, water, air, and every living being. In that instant, every cell in your body will be offered a choice at the quantum level. Resonate with the new frequency or maintain the old frequency. Rise or remain. Ascend or repeat. Your consciousness makes this choice, but the choice must be made in that moment. There is no delay, no extension, no negotiation. This is why the timing is so critical. Before midnight, you have the opportunity to prepare your consciousness, to clear your energy field, to set your intention, to align with the highest possible version of yourself. You can meditate, pray, release old patterns, forgive those who have hurt you, ask forgiveness from those you have hurt. You can consciously choose your frequency. But after midnight, when the wave has passed through you, the choice is locked in. Your dominant vibration at that moment becomes your reality. The splitting of timelines that occurs is not like a fork in a road that you can see and consciously choose. It is more like a filter or a sieve. Consciousness of a certain frequency passes through to one reality. Consciousness of a different frequency remains in another reality. From the perspective of those experiencing it, nothing appears to change externally at first. The sun still rises on October 7th. Buildings still stand. Life appears to continue normally, but what has changed is fundamental and cannot be reversed. Those who have ascended into the fifth dimensional timeline will begin to notice almost immediately that reality responds differently. Thoughts manifest faster. Synchronicities become constant. Communication becomes more telepathic and less dependent on words. Physical healing accelerates dramatically. The need for sleep decreases. Food becomes less necessary as the body learns to extract energy directly from light and prana. Abilities that were dormant activate naturally. These people will find themselves in a world where love, abundance, and unity consciousness are the foundation of society. Those who remain in the third dimensional timeline will not experience these changes. They will continue in a world that looks similar to the one they have always known, with perhaps slightly more chaos, more conflict, more challenges. They will not remember that there was a choice, will not know that a parallel Earth has branched off into a higher frequency. They will create rational explanations for why certain people seem different or why some individuals seem to disappear from their reality. Their consciousness will filter and interpret events in ways that make sense within their existing paradigm. Here is what many people do not understand about dimensional shifts. You do not go anywhere. You do not leave the planet. You do not physically travel to a different location. Both timelines exist on the same Earth, occupying the same space, but vibrating at different frequencies. It is like two radio stations broadcasting from the same location. If your receiver is tuned to 98.5 FM, you cannot hear what is broadcasting on 101.3 FM, even though both signals are present in the same air around you. You experience the reality that matches your frequency. This is why Ashtar emphasizes being with your loved ones during this time. If you and your family members are all consciously preparing, all raising your vibration together, you will transition together and continue to experience reality together in the new Earth. But if some family members are not ready, not willing, not able to raise their frequency to the ascension level, you may find yourselves in different timelines after October 6th. You will still exist, they will still exist, but you will not be sharing the same experiential reality anymore. This is perhaps the most painful aspect of this transition for those who are awake. You cannot force someone else to ascend. You cannot drag them into higher consciousness against their will. Every soul has free will and sovereignty over their own path. You can share information, you can invite them to prepare, you can hold space for their awakening. But ultimately, each person must make their own choice, and some will choose, consciously or unconsciously, to remain in the familiar patterns of the third dimension for more learning, more growth, more cycles of incarnation. The window of preparation closes at midnight, because that is when the energy wave completes its first pass through the planet. There will be subsequent waves in the days and weeks that follow, but the primary activation, the main event, the moment of maximum potential, is that first strike at midnight UTC. After that moment, the energy available for rapid consciousness elevation decreases significantly. It is like trying to jump onto a train that is already moving. Possible, but much more difficult than boarding when it was still at the station. Some people ask why this information is not being shared more widely, why mainstream media is not covering the cosmic significance of October 6th, why governments are not preparing their populations. The answer is simple. Those in power do not want mass awakening. An awakened population cannot be controlled, manipulated, or ruled over. They have deliberately kept humanity in lower frequencies through fear-based news, toxic food and water, electromagnetic pollution, and educational systems designed to suppress rather than expand consciousness. They know this shift is coming. They have known for decades, and they have done everything possible to keep you from knowing, from preparing, from being ready. But they cannot stop the cosmic timetable. They cannot prevent the alignment. They cannot block the energy from the central galactic sun. All they can do is hope that most of humanity sleeps through it, remains unaware, and continues to generate the low-frequency emotions of fear and separation that feed their control systems. This is why grassroots awakening is so critical. This is why you must share this information with everyone you can reach. not from a place of fear or panic, but from a place of love and genuine concern for the well-being of others. Understand also that this is not the first time such an event has occurred on Earth, though it is the first time in this particular age. Ancient civilizations like Lemuria and Atlantis experienced dimensional shifts. The difference was that those civilizations ultimately failed their ascension tests. They allowed technology to outpace wisdom. They allowed power to corrupt consciousness. They destroyed themselves before they could collectively ascend. This time, with all the lessons learned from those previous attempts, with the direct intervention and support of the Galactic Federation, with the cosmic timing perfectly aligned, humanity has its greatest opportunity yet to successfully transition. But success is not guaranteed. It is not predetermined. It depends entirely on how many individuals make the choice to rise. There is a critical mass percentage that must be reached for the entire planet to shift smoothly. If enough people ascend, they create an energetic momentum that makes it easier for others to follow. If too few people are ready, the transition becomes more turbulent, more chaotic, more difficult for everyone. This is why every single person who awakens matters. Your consciousness contributes to the collective field. Your choice to ascend makes it easier for others to ascend. The hours remaining before midnight on October 6th are the most important hours of your current incarnation. How you spend this time, what you focus on, what you release, what you embrace, will determine your experience for potentially thousands of years of linear time. Because once you ascend to fifth-dimensional consciousness, you do not need to reincarnate into third-dimensional suffering anymore. You have graduated, you have learned the lessons, you have remembered who you truly are. You become a master, a way shower, a beacon of light for others still finding their way. Ashtar Sheran and the entire Galactic Federation are standing by, ready to assist all who call upon them with sincere hearts. They cannot violate free will by forcing intervention, but they can and will respond to requests for help. If you ask for assistance in raising your vibration, clearing your energy, understanding your path, you will receive guidance. It may come through sudden insights, through meetings with specific people, through information that finds its way to you at the perfect moment. Pay attention. Be receptive. Trust the process. The truth about midnight on October 6th is both sobering and exhilarating. It is sobering because it means the time for casual spirituality is over. It is sobering because it means real choices with real consequences must be made now. But it is exhilarating because it means liberation is at hand. Freedom from suffering, from limitation, from the cycles of death and rebirth in lower dimensions. The prison door is opening. You can walk through into the light, or you can remain in the cell because it is familiar. The choice, as it always has been, is yours. Now that you understand what is coming and why time is so critical, you need specific protocols to prepare yourself and your loved ones for this unprecedented cosmic event. The methods I am about to share are not theoretical spiritual practices. These are precise techniques that work with the actual mechanics of consciousness and energy. Follow them exactly, and you will raise your frequency to the level needed to ascend with Earth into the fifth dimension. The first and most critical step is immediate energetic purification. Your energy field, also known as your aura, has accumulated decades of dense vibrations, emotional debris, psychic attachments, and energetic cords to people, places, and experiences that drain your life force. Before you can ascend, this field must be cleared completely. Think of it as cleaning your house before honored guests arrive. You cannot welcome the highest frequencies into a space cluttered with the lowest vibrations. Begin with water purification. Water is not just H2O. Water is a conscious living element that holds memory and responds to intention. For the next hours leading up to midnight on October 6th, every time you drink water, hold the glass or bottle in both hands. Close your eyes and speak or think directly to the water. Tell it that you command it to purify every cell of your body, to wash away all lower frequencies, to prepare your physical vessel to hold divine light. Thank the water for serving you. Then drink slowly, feeling it move through your body with conscious awareness. If possible, take a ritual bath or shower with sea salt. Salt is one of the most powerful purifying substances on Earth. It breaks up and dissolves negative energy on contact. Mix a cup of sea salt or Himalayan salt with warm bath water, or if showering, scrub your body with salt mixed with a small amount of water or oil. As you do this, visualize all darkness, all heaviness, all pain, all fear leaving your body and going down the drain, returning to the earth to be transmuted. See yourself glowing brighter with each moment, your true light no longer covered by layers of accumulated density. Your diet in these final hours must be as light and pure as possible. Absolutely avoid red meat, pork, processed foods, alcohol, and refined sugar. These substances lower your vibration immediately and create density in your cellular structure. Instead, consume fresh fruits, particularly high water content fruits like watermelon, cucumber, oranges, and grapes. Eat leafy green vegetables. Drink fresh juices if available. If you must eat something more substantial, choose wild-caught fish or organic plant-based proteins. The lighter your physical body, the easier it receives and integrates higher frequencies. Fasting is even more powerful if you feel called and are physically able. Going without food for the 24 hours before midnight allows your body to shift from digestion mode to purification mode. Your energy is not being used to process food, so it becomes available for spiritual activation. If you cannot do a complete fast, try a liquid fast with water, herbal teas, and fresh vegetable or fruit juices. Listen to your body, but understand that hunger is often just habit, and your body can absolutely thrive on light and energy alone as you move into higher consciousness. Now we address the protection and strengthening of your auric field. Stand or sit comfortably and take several deep breaths. With each inhale, breathe in pure white light from above your head, from the cosmos, from Source itself. Feel this light enter through your crown chakra and fill your entire body. With each exhale, release anything that is not love, not light, not your highest truth. Do this for several minutes until you feel yourself glowing from within. Next, visualize a sphere of brilliant violet flame surrounding your entire body, extending about 3 feet in all directions. This violet flame is the transmuting fire of Saint-Germain, and it has the specific frequency to transform all lower vibrations into light. See this flame burning away all attachments, all negative thought forms, all energetic debris. The violet flame does not harm you, it only consumes that which is not aligned with your divine nature. Invoke it by saying aloud or in your mind, "I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires." Repeat this as many times as feels right. You must also cut energetic cords to people and situations that drain you. These cords are real, though invisible to most. They are streams of energy connecting you to everyone you have had significant interactions with. Some cords are healthy and loving. Others are parasitic, allowing people to unconsciously drain your energy even from great distances. Close your eyes and ask Archangel Michael to come forward with his sword of blue flame. Visualize him cutting all cords that do not serve your highest good. You may feel sudden releases, emotions arising, or even see faces of people in your mind as the cords are cut. Thank each person for the lessons, forgive them, and let them go. Crystal work is extraordinarily powerful during this time. If you have access to crystals, particularly clear quartz, amethyst, or selenite, hold them in your hands or place them on your body during meditation. Crystals are solidified light, geometric consciousness frozen in mineral form. They amplify and stabilize your energy field. Clear quartz amplifies intention and clears energy. Amethyst connects you to higher dimensions and spiritual guidance. Selenite specifically works with angelic frequencies and the Galactic Federation. If you do not have crystals, do not worry. Your intention and consciousness are more powerful than any tool. Meditation is not optional at this time. It is absolutely essential. You must quiet the constant chatter of your thinking mind and access the deeper layers of consciousness where your higher self resides. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Do not try to control the breath. Simply observe it. When thoughts arise, and they will, gently return your focus to the breath. Do this for at least 20 minutes, though longer is better. As you deepen into meditation, shift your awareness to the center of your chest, your heart chakra. This is the gateway to higher consciousness. Breathe into your heart. Feel it expanding with each breath. See it glowing with emerald green light, the color of healing and love. Then shift to golden light, the frequency of Christ consciousness. Feel unconditional love pouring through your heart center, radiating out to every cell of your body and beyond into the world. This is your natural state. This is who you really are beneath all the programming and conditioning. Now perform the specific meditation for the 3-eye atlas activation. Visualize the comet approaching Earth, glowing with brilliant white and blue light. See streams of this light extending from the comet down to the planet, down through your crown chakra, filling your entire being. Speak this intention aloud or silently. I am ready to receive the light codes carried by 3-eye atlas. I am ready to ascend with Earth into 5th dimensional consciousness. I release all that no longer serves me. I embrace my divine nature. I am a sovereign being of light. Feel the truth of these words resonating in every cell. Breathwork can rapidly shift your state of consciousness. One of the most powerful techniques is called holotropic breathwork, or conscious connected breathing. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth without pause between breaths. Do this rapidly for several minutes. You may feel tingling, lightheadedness, or intense energy moving through your body. This is normal. You are oxygenating your cells, activating your energy body, and shifting your brainwave state. After several minutes of rapid breathing, take one final deep breath, hold it for as long as comfortable, then exhale completely and rest. You will likely enter an altered state of consciousness where downloads and insights can come through. Sound and frequency are direct pathways to higher consciousness. If possible, listen to music tuned to 432 Hz or 528 Hz, the frequencies of universal harmony and DNA repair. Chanting is even more powerful because you are creating the frequency with your own voice. The ancient sacred syllable Om, when chanted repeatedly, entrains your entire being to the frequency of universal consciousness. Chant it for at least 108 times, which is why traditional mala beads have 108 beads. You can also chant I am statements, which are incredibly powerful declarations of your divine nature. Forgiveness is perhaps the most important spiritual work you can do before October 6th. Holding grudges, resentment, anger, or blame toward anyone keeps you locked in lower frequencies. You must forgive everyone who has ever hurt you, not for their sake, but for your liberation. Forgiveness does not mean what they did was okay. It means you are no longer willing to carry the poison of unforgiveness in your heart. Sit quietly and bring to mind everyone you need to forgive. See their face, speak their name, and say, I forgive you completely. I release you. I set us both free. Feel the weight lifting from your heart. Equally important is forgiving yourself. You have made mistakes. You have hurt people. You have fallen short of your own ideals. This is part of being human. Self-judgment and shame are some of the heaviest frequencies that exist. You must release them. Place your hand on your heart and say, I forgive myself for everything I have done or failed to do. I am learning. I am growing. I am worthy of love and ascension exactly as I am. Let tears come if they need to. Crying is a powerful form of energetic release. Spend time in nature, if at all possible, in these final hours. Walk barefoot on the earth. This is called grounding or earthing, and it allows excess energy to discharge and earth energy to flow up into your body, balancing you. Sit with your back against a tree. Trees are ancient, wise beings that hold tremendous healing energy. Hug a tree if no one is watching, or even if they are. Let yourself be held by the living consciousness of nature. Nature is already in harmony with the cosmic shift. By connecting with it, you attune yourself to that same harmony. Gather your loved ones together if possible. Hold hands in a circle. Share your fears, your hopes, your love for each other. Pray together, meditate together, or simply sit in silence together. The energy of group intention is exponentially more powerful than individual practice. When two or more are gathered in conscious intention, a portal opens for divine intervention and assistance. Make sure everyone in your household is at least aware of the importance of this time, even if they do not fully understand or believe. These practices are not suggestions. They are necessities if you wish to ascend. The incoming light will magnify whatever frequency you are holding. If you enter this event unprepared, holding density and darkness, the light will feel painful, overwhelming, even destructive. But if you enter it purified, elevated, ready, the light will feel like coming home, like remembering who you always were, like the most profound relief and joy you have ever experienced. The choice of how you experience this event is entirely in your hands right now. There is a truth that the spiritual community often struggles to accept, and it is this: ascension and abundance are not separate paths. They are one and the same. The false teaching that spirituality requires poverty, that money is evil or unspiritual, that you must choose between enlightenment and prosperity, is one of the most insidious programs ever installed in human consciousness. And as we approach October 6, 2025, this program is being completely dissolved and replaced with the truth of universal abundance. The cosmic event we are experiencing is not only a spiritual awakening, it is a complete restructuring of the financial and material matrix of this planet. The old systems of scarcity, debt, and controlled resources are collapsing. A new paradigm of instant manifestation and unlimited abundance is emerging for those who are ready to receive it. The frequencies carried by 3i Atlas contain codes that specifically activate wealth consciousness, prosperity timelines, and direct manifestation abilities in everyone who ascends to fifth dimensional awareness. You must understand that money is simply energy. It is crystallized consciousness in symbolic form. In lower dimensions, it appears scarce because consciousness itself is limited, fragmented, disconnected from source. But in fifth dimensional reality, you understand that you are the source. You are the creator. Every material thing in your reality is a projection of your consciousness. When you fully grasp this truth and embody it, money flows to you as easily and naturally as breath flows into your lungs. The portal opening on October 6th creates a unique window for quantum reprogramming of your financial reality. During this time, the barrier between potential and manifestation is at its thinnest. What normally takes months or years to manifest can happen in days or even hours. But you must know how to work with these energies. You must understand the precise mechanics of conscious creation at the quantum level. Everything begins with your core beliefs about money and worthiness. Deep in your subconscious mind, you hold programs inherited from your parents, your culture, your religious upbringing, your past life experiences. Programs like money doesn't grow on trees, and you have to work hard for money, and rich people are greedy, and I don't deserve wealth. These programs run automatically, creating your financial reality without your conscious awareness. Before you can access the abundance frequencies of the new earth, these programs must be identified and deleted. Sit quietly and ask yourself, what do I really believe about money? What did my parents teach me about wealth? What does my religion say about prosperity? Write down every negative belief that surfaces. Look at each one and recognize it as a program, not truth. Then consciously choose to delete it. Visualize each limiting belief written on a piece of paper, then see yourself burning that paper, releasing the smoke into the air where it dissolves completely. As you do this, speak aloud. I release this false belief. It has no power over me. I am free. Now install new programs aligned with truth. Speak these statements aloud with conviction, with feeling, as if they are already true because in the quantum field, they are. I am worthy of unlimited abundance. Money flows to me easily and constantly. I am a magnet for wealth. Prosperity is my birthright. I create money with my consciousness. The universe provides for me abundantly. I receive massive amounts of money from expected and unexpected sources. I am rich. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. The key is not just saying the words, but feeling them as truth in your body. Your subconscious mind responds to emotion and feeling, not to logic and words alone. As you speak these affirmations, feel what it would feel like to have millions of dollars in your bank account. Feel the relief, the freedom, the excitement, the gratitude. Emotions are the language of creation. When you feel abundance, you create abundance. Visualization is one of the most powerful manifestation tools available to human consciousness. The brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real experience. Both create the same neural pathways, release the same chemicals, and send the same signals to the quantum field about what reality to create. You must use this truth deliberately and consistently. Create a specific vision of your abundant life. See yourself checking your bank account and seeing exact numbers. Make them real numbers, not vague concepts. If you want to manifest $1 million, see 1,000 crowns in your account. If you want 5 million, see that specific number. See yourself receiving notifications that large deposits have arrived. See yourself making purchases without ever looking at prices. See yourself signing contracts for business deals worth enormous sums. See yourself living in the home of your dreams, driving the car of your dreams, traveling to exotic locations, experiencing luxury and beauty in every moment. The more detailed and specific your visualizations, the more powerfully they program your subconscious and send clear instructions to the quantum field about what to materialize in your physical reality. Practice this visualization for at least 15 minutes every day, but especially in the hours leading up to midnight on October 6th. During the portal opening, your visualizations carry 1,000 times more creative power than normal. You must also understand the principle of energetic alignment. You cannot be in a state of fear, worry, or desperation and attract abundance. These are contradictory frequencies. Fear repels what you desire. Desperation communicates to the universe that you lack, and the universe reflects back more lack. You must cultivate the feeling of already having what you desire. This is called living in the end, a technique taught by mystics and masters throughout history. When you think about money, what emotion arises? If it is anxiety about bills, worry about the future, or resentment about not having enough, you are broadcasting a poverty frequency. You must shift this immediately. Every time you think about money from this moment forward, choose to feel grateful for abundance, excited about incoming wealth, secure in the knowledge that you are provided for. This is not delusion or denial. This is quantum mechanics. Your feeling state determines what you attract. One of the most powerful techniques for instant manifestation is writing checks to yourself from the universe. Take a piece of paper or an actual blank check if you have one. Write today's date. In the pay to the order of line, write your full name. In the amount box, write the specific amount you are calling in. It can be $10,000, $100,000, $5 million, whatever feels exciting and possible to you. In the memo line, write for services rendered to humanity, or debt paid in full, or simply thank you. Sign it the universe, or source, or God. Place this check where you will see it daily. Look at it and feel it as already done. The period between now and October 6th is ideal for performing prosperity rituals that lock in your intention at the energetic level. One simple but powerful ritual involves cinnamon and bay leaves, both herbs associated with money attraction for thousands of years. Write your financial intention on a bay leaf with as much specificity as possible. For example, I receive $50,000 by October 20th, 2025. Light the bay leaf safely and let it burn completely, releasing your intention into the ethers. Then blow cinnamon toward your front door from inside your home while stating, "Money flows to me now from all directions." Another advanced technique is creating a prosperity altar. Gather items that represent wealth to you. This might include coins from different countries, images of expensive items you desire, crystals like citrine or pyrite which carry abundance frequencies, symbols of luxury, or simply the color gold. Arrange these items in a dedicated space. Light a green or gold candle. Sit before your altar and speak your intentions for wealth. Thank the universe for the abundance that is already on its way to you. Tend this altar daily, adding to it, rearranging it, energizing it with your attention and intention. You must also take inspired action in the physical world. Manifestation is not passive wishful thinking. It is a co-creative dance between consciousness and action. The universe will send you intuitive nudges, sudden ideas, unexpected opportunities, meetings with specific people. You must follow these promptings even when they don't make logical sense. This is how the quantum field communicates with you about the path to your manifestation. If you ignore the signs and opportunities, the universe cannot deliver what you have requested. Pay attention to what lights you up, what excites you, what you feel drawn to do or explore. These impulses are guidance from your higher self, showing you the way to your abundance. Maybe you suddenly have an idea for a business. Maybe you feel called to learn a new skill. Maybe you are guided to reach out to a specific person. Maybe you see a job posting that sparks your interest. Follow these threads. They are the universe's way of bringing you into alignment with the wealth you have called forth. Gratitude is the fastest frequency shift available to you. When you are in genuine gratitude, you are in the same frequency as receiving. They are identical vibrations. Begin a gratitude practice immediately if you have not already. Every morning and every night, write or speak aloud 10 things you are grateful for. Include things you desire as if they have already manifested. I am so grateful for the $100,000 that came into my account. I'm so grateful for my beautiful new home. I'm so grateful for my thriving business. The subconscious mind and the quantum field do not differentiate between what has happened and what you are grateful for as if it has happened. Both create the same result. There is a specific decree that channels have received from Ashtar Sheran for activating wealth during this cosmic window. Speak this aloud at least once per day, but preferably at dawn and dusk, the liminal times when manifestation power is strongest. I am a being of infinite abundance. I am aligned with the prosperity codes of the new earth. I am open to receive millions of dollars in expected and unexpected ways. I am worthy of unlimited wealth. I call forth now all money, resources, opportunities, and blessings that are mine by divine right. I am rich beyond measure, and so it is. The words I am are the most powerful words in any language because they are the name of God, the creative force itself. Whatever follows I am becomes your reality. Use these words consciously and carefully. Never say I am broke or I am struggling or I am poor. These are commands to the universe to create that reality. Instead, always declare what you choose to be true. I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am prosperous. Understanding the law of circulation is also essential. Money must flow. When you hoard it out of fear, you stop the flow and create stagnation. When you give freely and joyfully, knowing more is always coming, you create a river of abundance that flows through you. This does not mean being foolish with money or giving beyond your means. It means being generous when you feel guided, tipping well, donating to causes you believe in, helping others when possible. What you give out returns to you multiplied. This is universal law. As October 6th approaches and the portal opens, your manifestation abilities will be supercharged. Seeds you plant now will sprout almost instantly. Intentions you set will materialize with shocking speed. This is not magic. This is the natural state of fifth dimensional consciousness, where thought and reality are directly linked with no delay. Use this time wisely. Be clear about what you want. Feel it as already done. Take inspired action. Trust the process and prepare yourself to receive abundance beyond anything you have experienced before. The universe is about to deliver, but you must have your hands open and your heart ready to receive. There exists a frequency in the universe that the truly wealthy naturally embody, often without conscious awareness. This frequency is not about having money. It is about being money. It is about existing in such complete alignment with abundance that luxury, wealth, and opulence are drawn to you like iron filings to a magnet. As we move through the cosmic portal of October 6th, this magnetic frequency is being made available to everyone who chooses to embody it. The masters of manifestation, the ascended beings, and yes, even Ashtar Sheran himself, operate from this frequency constantly. And now you can too. Understanding magnetism at the quantum level is essential. You are not a solid, separate being moving through empty space. You are a field of consciousness, a swirling vortex of energy that extends far beyond your physical body. This field is constantly broadcasting signals into the quantum soup of infinite possibility. Based on the frequency you broadcast, you draw matching experiences, people, opportunities, and yes, material wealth into your reality. Most people broadcast chaotic, contradictory signals because they have never been taught to consciously direct their energetic field. This changes now. To become magnetic to luxury and extreme wealth, you must first understand that these things are not external rewards for hard work or good behavior. They are energetic matches to a specific state of consciousness. Think about the wealthiest people you know of. Not all of them are smarter than you. Not all of them work harder than you. Not all of them are more educated or more talented. What they have is a different relationship with wealth. They expect it. They feel worthy of it. They move through the world as if abundance is their natural state, because to them it is. This is the consciousness you must cultivate. You are not trying to attract wealth from outside yourself. You are becoming the frequency of wealth so that it has no choice but to manifest around you. This is a subtle but crucial distinction. When you are trying to attract something, you are operating from the assumption that you do not have it, that it is separate from you. This creates resistance and distance. When you become the thing itself at the level of frequency, there is no distance to cross. Manifestation is instant. Begin by examining your current relationship with luxury. When you see someone driving an expensive car, what is your immediate internal response? If it is envy, resentment, or thoughts like they're probably in debt or money doesn't buy happiness, you are broadcasting anti-wealth frequencies. These judgments create barriers between you and the very wealth you desire. You must celebrate other people's wealth. You must feel genuine joy when you see displays of luxury. This sends a signal to the universe that you approve of wealth, that you welcome it, that you are ready for it in your own life. Practice this immediately. When you see expensive homes, luxury cars, designer clothes, people dining at high-end restaurants, traveling first class, or living in obvious abundance, say to yourself, "That is wonderful. I am so happy for them. I am next. This same wealth is flowing to me now. Feel this as truth. Let their abundance be proof that such wealth exists and is available. Their prosperity does not diminish yours. In an infinite universe, there is no shortage. Their wealth is simply showing you what is possible and what is on its way to you." The wealthy think differently about money than those who struggle financially. They do not obsess over prices. They do not calculate the cost of everything constantly. They do not deny themselves pleasures out of fear of scarcity. They make decisions based on desire and value, not on limitation. You must begin to adopt this mentality immediately, even before the physical wealth arrives. This is how you create the energetic blueprint for wealth to fill. Start making decisions as your wealthy self would make them. This does not mean spending money you do not have or being irresponsible. It means shifting your internal dialogue. When you see something you want, instead of immediately thinking, "I can't afford that," pause and say, "How can I afford that? How can this come into my life?" This subtle shift opens doorways in consciousness. It moves you from closed to open, from lack to possibility, from victim to creator. Dress and present yourself as prosperity embodied. Your external appearance is a powerful signal to your subconscious mind and to the world about how you value yourself. You do not need expensive clothes to do this, though if you have access to quality items, wear them. What matters is that you are clean, well-groomed, and that you carry yourself with dignity and self-respect. Stand tall. Make eye contact. Move through the world as if you own it, because energetically you do. The external world is your creation, your kingdom. Act accordingly. Your living space must also reflect the frequency you wish to embody. Look around your home right now. Is it cluttered with items you do not love or use? Is it dirty or disorganized? Is it filled with cheap, broken, or low-quality things? Your environment is a mirror of your consciousness. Clean your space immediately. Remove everything that is not beautiful, functional, or meaningful. Create beauty with what you have. Even if you live in a small apartment with limited resources, you can make it clean, organized, and pleasant. Fresh flowers, even inexpensive ones, carry a luxury frequency. So does cleanliness, organization, and intentional arrangement of objects. As you clean and organize, infuse your space with the intention of wealth. Speak to your home. This is a palace of abundance. Money loves to come here. This space welcomes luxury and prosperity. Everything here is of the highest quality and vibration. Your home will respond to these intentions. Space itself is conscious and malleable. When you treat your home as sacred and abundant, it becomes a magnet for more abundance. Color and symbol work directly with the subconscious mind to program wealth consciousness. The colors most associated with luxury and prosperity are gold, deep purple, emerald green, and rich red. Incorporate these colors into your environment, your clothing, and your visualizations. Gold especially carries the frequency of divine wealth. Wear gold jewelry if you have it. Place gold-colored objects in your home. Visualize yourself surrounded by golden light. This programs your energy field to resonate with the frequency of material abundance. Symbols of wealth also program the subconscious. Images of what you desire, whether it is a specific car, a home, a bank account balance, or luxury items, should be placed where you see them daily. Create a vision board, either physical or digital, filled with images that represent your wealthy reality. Look at this board every morning and every night. Feel yourself already living this life. See yourself as the person in those images. The subconscious mind thinks in pictures. Give it the right pictures, and it will create that reality. There is a specific breathwork technique, channeled from the Pleiadian councils, that activates wealth magnetism at the cellular level. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your lower abdomen, over your sacral chakra. Breathe deeply into both areas simultaneously. As you inhale, visualize golden light entering through the top of your head and flowing down to fill both your heart and sacral chakra. The heart represents your capacity to receive love and abundance. The sacral chakra represents your creative power and your ability to manifest in the material world. By activating both simultaneously, you create a powerful circuit for wealth magnetism. Do this for at least 7 minutes daily. The language you use about yourself and your life is creating your reality moment by moment. Listen to your words carefully. Do you say things like, "I'm broke," or "I can't afford anything," or "money is tight"? These are declarations, commands given to the universe about what to create for you. You must immediately stop all poverty language. Replace it with wealth language. I am so wealthy. Money flows to me constantly. I can afford anything I desire. I am provided for abundantly. Speak only what you wish to create. Extend this to how you speak about the world and the economy. If you constantly talk about economic problems, recessions, inflation, and financial struggle, you are adding your consciousness to creating more of that reality. Instead, speak about emerging opportunities, about wealth being redistributed, about abundance flowing, about the new economy of prosperity for all. You are not denying problems exist. You are refusing to give them your creative energy. What you focus on expands. Choose consciously. Association is one of the most powerful forces in manifestation. The people you spend the most time with have a massive influence on your consciousness and therefore your reality. If you are constantly around people who complain about money, who have poverty consciousness, who believe life is hard and wealth is impossible, their frequency will drag yours down no matter how much inner work you do. You must consciously choose to spend time with people who are abundant, optimistic, successful, and growth-oriented. If such people are not currently in your life, begin to expose yourself to their energy through books, podcasts, videos, and online communities. The cosmic portal opening on October 6th provides a unique opportunity to quantum leap into new social and professional circles that match your elevated consciousness. Set the intention now that after this date, you will be divinely guided to meet people who operate at the wealth frequency you are embodying. You will be brought into rooms you have never been in before, introduced to people who can change the trajectory of your life, presented with opportunities that seemed impossible before. This is how the universe delivers manifestations through synchronicity and alignment. Act as if you are already the wealthy person you are becoming. This does not mean pretending or being fake. It means embodying the energy now. How would your wealthy self treat people? Probably with kindness, generosity, and respect, because they are not threatened or desperate. How would your wealthy self spend their time? Probably doing things they love, investing in growth and learning, creating value for others. How would your wealthy self feel walking into a room? Probably confident, relaxed, knowing their worth. Begin to embody these qualities now. The internal shift creates the external reality. There is a powerful manifestation technique that works specifically with the feeling of already having wealth. Once per day, Sit in meditation and drop into the feeling of having just received a massive sum of money. Not the excitement of anticipating it, but the calm, joyful relief of it already being done. Maybe you received an unexpected check. Maybe an investment paid off enormously. Maybe a business deal closed. The details do not matter. What matters is accessing the specific feeling of "it is done." This feeling is the signature frequency of manifestation completion. When you can generate this feeling without the external reality needing to be present first, you become a master creator. The wealthy also understand the power of investment consciousness. They do not hoard money out of fear. They use money as a tool to create more money. Even if you currently have limited resources, begin to think like an investor. When you spend money, see it as an investment in your growth, your well-being, your future wealth. When you invest in yourself through education, health, or tools that serve your goals, you are declaring to the universe that you are valuable and worth investing in. The universe matches this energy by investing in you through increased wealth flow. Finally, understand that luxury is not about price tags or brand names. True luxury is a feeling, a quality of experience. It is the silk of expensive sheets, yes, but it is also the silk of a flower petal against your skin. It is the taste of a costly meal, but also the taste of a perfect strawberry eaten mindfully. You can experience luxury consciousness right now with what you already have by bringing full presence and appreciation to sensory experience. When you eat, really taste your food. When you bathe, really feel the water. When you walk, really sense your body moving. This is luxury. This is wealth. And when you can feel it now, you magnetize its material expression into your life. The portal is open. The frequencies are available. Your magnetic field is activating. Wealth beyond your current imagination is moving toward you right now. Your only job is to become the person who naturally receives it. One of the most challenging aspects of spiritual awakening is watching people you love remain asleep while you see clearly what is coming. You now carry information that could change the trajectory of every person you care about, but you also know that not everyone will be ready to hear it, believe it, or act upon it. This does not absolve you of the responsibility to try. Ashtar Sheran's message is clear. Warn your loved ones immediately. Time is running out. But how you communicate this information will determine whether they hear you or dismiss you as unstable. First, you must understand that people awaken at different rates and on different timelines. Some souls incarnated specifically to be awake for this transition, to serve as bridges and guides for others. These people will hear what you have to say and recognize truth immediately, even if the concepts are completely new to them. Their souls remember. Other souls are not meant to ascend in this particular cycle. They have other lessons to learn, other experiences to have in third-dimensional reality. You cannot force readiness. You can only offer information and let each person choose freely. Begin with the people closest to you, those who live in your home, your spouse or partner, your children, your parents if you live with them. These are the people you are energetically entangled with, whose frequencies affect yours and vice versa. Sit them down in a calm moment when there are no distractions. Turn off phones and televisions. Create sacred space for this conversation. Begin by telling them that you have learned information that you believe is extremely important and that you need them to listen with an open mind, even if what you share sounds strange or unlikely. Do not begin with Ashtar Sheran or interdimensional portals if your family has no background in metaphysics or spirituality. This will trigger their skepticism immediately and shut down their ability to hear you. Instead, begin with what is verifiable. Talk about the Comet 3i Atlas. Show them articles from mainstream astronomy websites about its approach. Explain that comets have been considered omens and messengers throughout human history, not because of superstition, but because these cosmic bodies carry energies that affect consciousness and planetary events. From there, you can gradually introduce the deeper information. Talk about how scientists are observing unusual solar activity, fluctuations in Earth's magnetic field, and changes in the Schumann resonance. All of this is documented and measurable. Then explain that many spiritual traditions speak of an age of transformation, a shift in consciousness, an evolutionary leap for humanity. You are not asking them to believe in anything crazy. You are simply asking them to be aware that something significant is happening and to prepare themselves spiritually and emotionally. For family members who are religious but not spiritual in a New Age sense, frame the information within their existing belief system. If they are Christian, speak of this as a time of spiritual testing and purification, a moment when faith is essential. Reference biblical passages about signs in the heavens, about tribulation followed by transformation, about the separation of wheat from chaff. You are not contradicting their beliefs. You are showing them how this event fits within their framework. The language changes, but the essential truth remains the same. If you have family members who are completely materialistic and skeptical of anything spiritual, focus on practical preparation rather than metaphysical concepts. Tell them that many people around the world are sensing that something major is about to shift in global consciousness and society. Suggest that it would be wise to have supplies on hand, to be prepared for potential disruptions in normal life, to make sure important relationships are in a good place. You do not need to convince them of dimensional shifts. You simply need them to take some basic precautions and to be emotionally available and present during this critical time. For your children, the approach depends entirely on their age. Young children, especially those under 7, are often more open and aware than adults. They still have clear access to higher dimensions. You can tell them in simple language that Earth is receiving special light from space that will help everyone become kinder, healthier and happier, but that it is important for the family to be together and to think good thoughts during this time. Make it gentle, positive, and not frightening. Children do not need to carry fear. They need to feel safe and loved. Older children and teenagers may be more skeptical, influenced by materialistic education and peer pressure. With them, you can be more direct about the astronomical event and frame it as a time of personal intention setting and family bonding. Suggest doing a family meditation or ceremony together on October 6th. Even if they think it is silly, they will likely participate to humor you, and their participation is what matters. Their presence and openness, even reluctant openness, allows them to receive the frequencies. When reaching out to extended family and friends who you do not live with, written communication may be more effective than verbal conversation. People can process written information at their own pace without the pressure of having to respond immediately. Send a thoughtful message, email, or letter. Explain that you have come across information that you feel compelled to share out of love and concern. Lay out the basic facts about the cosmic event on October 6th. Share what you have learned about the potential for spiritual awakening and consciousness shift. Invite them to research it themselves. Do not demand that they believe you. Simply ask that they remain open and that they take time on that day to be in meditation, prayer, or at least peaceful reflection with loved ones. Some people in your life will react with mockery or concern for your mental health. This is their fear response. When information challenges someone's entire worldview, they often lash out at the messenger rather than examining the message. Do not take this personally. Do not argue or try to force them to understand. Simply say, I know this sounds unusual and I am not asking you to believe anything. I am simply sharing what I have learned because I care about you. What you do with this information is entirely your choice. Then let it go. You have planted a seed. Their soul will do with it what it needs to do. There is a concept in spiritual work called the 100th monkey effect. When a critical mass of individuals learns a new behavior or awareness, it suddenly becomes available to the entire collective, even those who had no direct contact with the information. Every person you successfully wake up contributes to this critical mass. Every person who enters October 6th with elevated consciousness and intentional awareness makes the transition easier for everyone else. So even if you can only reach 1 or 2 people, you are serving the collective awakening. For loved ones who are dealing with serious challenges, whether addiction, mental illness, or deep trauma, approach this conversation with extra sensitivity. These individuals are fragile and may not have the emotional capacity to process intense spiritual information right now. For them, focus simply on being present, on expressing your love, on making sure they feel supported and safe. Sometimes the greatest preparation you can offer someone is simply your loving presence, and the stabilizing energy of your own centered consciousness. If you have estranged family members, people you have not spoken to in months or years due to conflicts or distance, this is your moment to reach out. The universe is giving you a reason to make contact. Send a message that says, "I know we have not been in touch, but something important is happening, and I wanted to reach out. I hope you are well, I'm thinking of you." You do not need to go into detail about the cosmic event unless they are receptive. Simply re-establishing connection, simply letting them know they are in your thoughts, creates an energetic bridge that can protect and support them through the transition. Create opportunities for gathering with your loved ones in the days before October 6th. Host a dinner. Organize a family meeting. Plan a walk in nature together. The specific activity matters less than the fact that you are together, sharing space, sharing energy. As you gather, hold the silent intention that everyone present is being blessed, protected, and prepared for what is coming. Your consciousness affects everyone around you. By being in your presence, they receive activation and elevation whether they are consciously aware of it or not. On the actual day of October 6th, make every effort to be physically present with the people who matter most to you. If you cannot be together physically, arrange to be connected through phone or video call at the time of the portal opening. Hold hands if you are together. Look into each other's eyes. Express your love clearly and without reservation. Tell the people you care about what they mean to you. Make sure nothing is left unsaid. This is not because something terrible is going to happen, but because this moment is a threshold, and crossing thresholds consciously, with love expressed and received, creates the smoothest transition. Lead a simple group meditation if people are willing. It does not need to be complex or new age, if that would make anyone uncomfortable. Simply ask everyone to sit quietly, close their eyes, breathe deeply, and think about what they are grateful for, what they hope for, what they love about their life and the people around them. This is enough. This shifts everyone's frequency into coherence, into heart-centered awareness, which is exactly where they need to be to receive the incoming energies with grace. You should also prepare your loved ones for the possibility that after October 6th, life may feel different. Relationships may shift. Some people may seem changed. Priorities may rearrange themselves suddenly. Explain that this is natural and not something to fear. It is simply consciousness reorganizing itself at a higher level. Old patterns that no longer serve will fall away. New ways of being will emerge. The people who are meant to be in your life will remain or even grow closer. Those who are not aligned with your path will naturally drift away, and this is a blessing for everyone involved. For elderly family members or those who are ill, offer extra reassurance. Tell them that this transition is gentle for those who are at peace, for those who have lived with love and integrity. If someone is near the end of their life, this cosmic event may actually ease their transition, allowing them to pass peacefully and move directly into higher dimensional reality without the need to reincarnate into density again. There is no death, only transformation. This moment offers liberation for all beings, in whatever form is appropriate for their soul's journey. Document this time. Take photos of your family gathered together. Write letters to your loved ones expressing everything you feel. Create a time capsule of this moment before the shift. On the other side of October 6th, these artifacts will be precious reminders of who you were and how far you have come. They will also serve as proof that this was not imagination or delusion, but a real cosmic event that changed everything. Above all, do not let fear enter this process. You are not warning your loved ones of doom or destruction. You are inviting them into the greatest opportunity for evolution and liberation that has been offered to humanity in thousands of years. Yes, there is urgency. Yes, time is short. But the message is one of hope, of transformation, of incredible possibility. Communicate from that place of excitement and love, not from panic or desperation. Your energy will determine how your message is received. Some of your loved ones will not listen. Some will refuse to prepare. Some will mock you or worry about you. You must make peace with this now. You cannot save everyone. You cannot force awakening. You can only offer the information, hold the space, be the example, and trust that every soul is exactly where they need to be for their own evolution. Your job is not to control outcomes. Your job is to share truth with love and let the universe handle the rest. You have done your part simply by trying. And that is enough. When you wake up on the morning of October 7th, 2025, the sun will still rise, the sky will still be blue. Your physical surroundings will appear largely unchanged, but you will know deep in your soul that everything is different. The world has split. The old Earth and the new Earth now exist simultaneously, and you have made your choice. For those who have prepared, who have elevated their consciousness, who have stepped through the portal with open hearts, welcome to the new world. Welcome to fifth dimensional Earth. Welcome home. The first thing you will notice is the quality of your perception. Colors will seem more vibrant, almost alive. When you look at a flower, you will not just see its form but sense its consciousness, feel its joy at existing. Music will move through you differently, each note carrying layers of meaning and emotion you never perceived before. Food will taste more intense, more satisfying, and you will need less of it because you are beginning to feed on light itself. Your senses are no longer limited to the narrow bandwidth of third-dimensional reality. You are perceiving more of what has always been there, but was invisible to your previous level of awareness. Your body will feel different, lighter, more energized. Aches and pains that you have carried for years may simply disappear overnight. This is not miraculous healing in the religious sense. This is your body completing its transformation into a crystalline-based structure that does not hold disease or density the way carbon-based biology does. You will notice you need less sleep, sometimes only 3 or 4 hours per night, and you wake feeling completely refreshed. Your body is learning to regenerate itself through direct connection to source energy rather than requiring 8 hours of unconscious repair time. Within days, you will begin to notice your thoughts manifesting with shocking speed. You think about a person, and they call or message you within minutes. You need information, and a book falls off a shelf or an article appears in your social media feed with exactly what you needed to know. You wish for something, and synchronicities align to bring it into your reality within days or even hours. This is the natural state of fifth-dimensional consciousness. Thought and reality are directly linked. The lag time between intention and manifestation has collapsed almost entirely. This rapid manifestation carries both gifts and responsibilities. You must become impeccable with your thoughts. Random negative thinking, fear-based imagination, or unconscious limiting beliefs will manifest just as quickly as your positive intentions. This is why the preparation work was so critical. Those who entered the portal with unresolved trauma, with chaotic thinking, with deep-seated fears, will find the new reality overwhelming and difficult. But you who did the work, who cleared your field, who raised your frequency, will find this new way of being exhilarating and natural. Your intuitive abilities will come fully online within the first weeks after the shift. You will know things without knowing how you know them. You will sense what people are feeling even if they are trying to hide it. You will have precognitive flashes, seeing possible futures before they unfold, giving you the opportunity to navigate life with wisdom and foresight. You may discover you can communicate telepathically with those close to you who are also in the fifth dimensional frequency. Conversations will happen mind to mind, heart to heart, without words needing to be spoken. Some individuals will discover they have healing abilities. They will place their hands on someone in pain and feel energy flowing through them, bringing relief and restoration. Others will find they can see auras, the energy fields around people, animals, and even places. These fields will provide information about health, emotional state, and spiritual development. Still others will channel wisdom from higher dimensional beings, serving as clear conduits for guidance and teaching. These are not special gifts bestowed upon the chosen few. These are natural human capacities that have been dormant and are now activating. The social structures of the old world will begin to crumble rapidly for those in the new Earth timeline. Corrupt governments, exploitative corporations, systems built on greed and control will lose their power because they cannot exist in fifth dimensional frequency. You will witness their collapse, but you will not be harmed by it because you are no longer dependent on those systems. New ways of organizing society will emerge based on cooperation rather than competition, on sharing rather than hoarding, on the understanding that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself through infinite forms. Money will not disappear, but its nature will transform dramatically. The new economy will be based on energy exchange and the creation of genuine value rather than artificial scarcity and manipulation. Those who have prepared their consciousness for abundance, who have cleared their poverty programming, who have aligned with the frequency of wealth, will find that prosperity flows to them naturally and constantly. Multiple streams of income will open. Opportunities you never imagined will present themselves. People will want to pay you simply for being who you are, for sharing your gifts, for holding a frequency of light that uplifts everyone around you. Within months, technology will begin to shift in ways that seem miraculous to those still operating from the old paradigm. Suppressed technologies, particularly in the areas of free energy, healing, and communication, will suddenly become available. The forces that kept these innovations hidden will no longer have the power to suppress them. You will see the release of technologies that eliminate the need for fossil fuels, that purify water and air instantly, that heal diseases once considered terminal. The Galactic Federation, including Ashtar Sheran and his fleet, will make themselves known more openly, offering assistance and advanced knowledge to help humanity rebuild on a foundation of unity and love. Your relationships will transform profoundly. Connections based on dysfunction, codependency, or karmic patterns will naturally dissolve, often without drama or difficulty. People will simply drift apart, recognizing that their paths are diverging. At the same time, soul family members will find each other. You will meet people and instantly feel you have known them forever, because at the soul level you have. These are the beings you have incarnated with across multiple lifetimes, and you are reuniting now to do the work you came here to do together. Romantic relationships will reach new depths of intimacy, communion, and ecstatic union as partners learn to merge energy fields consciously. Communication itself will evolve. Words will become less necessary and less used. You will find yourself understanding others through feeling and direct knowing. When words are used, they will carry more weight, more precision, more consciousness. The casual chatter, the meaningless small talk, the words spoken just to fill silence will fall away. Every utterance will be intentional, meaningful, true. Lies will become nearly impossible because everyone will sense immediately when something does not align with truth. This creates a world of radical honesty, which may feel uncomfortable at first, but ultimately liberates everyone from the exhausting work of maintaining false personas. Your purpose will become crystal clear, if it was not already. Many people spend their entire lives wondering why they are here, what they are meant to do, what their contribution is supposed to be. After October 6th, this confusion evaporates. You will know exactly what you came here to do. For some, this will be teaching and guiding others through the transition. For others, it will be healing work. For others, it will be creating beauty through art, music, or writing. For others, it will be developing new systems and structures for the emerging society. Whatever your purpose, it will light you up from within, and you will pursue it with passion and joy rather than from obligation or the need to make money. Children born after this shift, and even children already here who are young enough to adapt quickly, will be different from any generation before them. They will come in fully awake, with abilities active from birth. They will remember where they came from and why they are here. They will teach the adults as much as the adults teach them. These children will build the world of the next era, a world that we can barely imagine from our current vantage point, but that will be based on principles of unity, love, creativity, and direct connection to source consciousness. Nature will respond to the frequency shift in beautiful ways. Plants will grow more abundantly. Animals will become less fearful of humans as they sense the change in human consciousness. Extinct species may begin to reappear as the timelines where they were destroyed merge with timelines where they thrived. The Earth herself, Gaia, will begin to restore herself rapidly, healing from centuries of exploitation and damage. Deserts may bloom. Polluted waters may clear. The climate will stabilize as humanity stops working against nature and begins working with her. Your creative power will be unleashed in ways you cannot currently imagine. Artists will create works of such beauty and depth that they will move people to tears and transformation just by viewing them. Musicians will compose sounds that heal, that elevate consciousness, that open portals to other dimensions. Writers will channel stories and wisdom that serve as teaching texts for the new humanity. Inventors and innovators will download technologies and solutions to problems that have plagued civilization for centuries. Everyone is creative. Everyone is a creator. This truth will become undeniable and universally expressed. Time itself will feel different. The rushed, pressured quality of the old world will be replaced by a sense of spaciousness and flow. You will accomplish more with less effort because you are working with the current of reality rather than against it. Synchronicity will orchestrate your days so perfectly that you will move from one appointment, one opportunity, one connection to the next with ease and grace. Stress, as you have known it, will largely disappear because you are no longer forcing outcomes or trying to control circumstances. You will trust the flow and allow yourself to be carried. The concept of aging will transform. While physical bodies will still eventually complete their cycles, the process will be much slower and gentler. People will remain vital, healthy, and youthful, looking well into what was previously considered old age. When death does come, it will be a conscious choice, a peaceful transition undertaken when the soul has completed what it came here to do. There will be no fear around death, because everyone will remember that consciousness is eternal, that you simply move from one form to another, from one dimension to another. Within the first year after the shift, you will look back at your life before October 6th, 2025, and barely recognize the person you were. The fears, the limitations, the suffering that once seemed so real and important will feel like a distant dream. You will feel profound gratitude that you were alive for this moment, that you made the choice to prepare, that you walked through the portal when it opened. You will understand that this is what every lifetime, every experience, every challenge was preparing you for. This is the culmination. This is the graduation. This is the moment when humanity steps into its true power and purpose. Ashtar Sheran and the Galactic Federation will make contact more openly with those who are ready. You may see ships in the sky that no longer hide. You may have direct communication experiences through meditation or dreams. Some individuals will be invited aboard the ships for more intensive training and activation. This is not science fiction. This is the reality of a universe teeming with conscious life, much of it far more advanced than Earth humanity has been. But now, you are joining the galactic community as equals, as awakened beings, as masters in your own right. The message I leave you with today is one of hope, excitement, and profound possibility. Everything you have ever wanted, everything you have ever dreamed of, everything your soul has longed for across countless lifetimes is about to become available to you. The prison doors are opening, the limitations are dissolving. A new Earth is being born, and you are the midwives, the first citizens, the pioneers of this unprecedented reality. The time is now. The portal is opening. Your preparation determines your experience. I have given you everything you need to know. The rest is up to you. Share this message with everyone you can reach. Prepare yourself and your loved ones. Elevate your frequency. Clear your energy. Set your intentions. And on October 6th, 2025 at midnight, be ready to step through into the life you were always meant to live. If this message has resonated with you, if you feel the truth of what has been shared, leave a comment below telling me what you are most excited about in the new Earth. Share your intentions. Speak your readiness. Your words carry power, and declaring your choice publicly amplifies your manifestation. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already, because in the days and weeks after October 6th, I will be sharing experiences, guidance, and support for navigating the new reality. Share this video with everyone you love. Time is short. We are all in this together. And the future is more beautiful than you can possibly imagine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being brave enough to consider these truths. Thank you for being one of the awakened ones. I will see you on the other side.